So, in our last set of interviews, you had talked about Puffy and a corkscrew and him possibly harming himself. Since you did that, I looked into it a little bit and I saw where Gene had spoken about it, and he had always said that it was Kim Porter who allegedly took the corkscrew and, cut Diddy on his wrist. Is that the same incident, or are there two separate corkscrew incidents? And if so, which one do you believe?
Okay. Let me just say this. And Gene, when he speak on stuff like that, when it's concerning Bad Boy Camp and Puffy and all of that, I always said he seemed to be pretty credible. I think he goes a little hard on Puffy because of his dislike for Puffy, but, maybe like me, call it a ball, a strike. He never tell any good things that Puffy do. When I talk bad about Suge, I say the good shit and the bad shit. Y'all don't give me that, fuck y'all. Because that's how I do it. But my point is, this is what Misa told us. And I'll tell this story again. I know y'all done heard it before. As y'all done see, this picture, right? Misa was out kicking it with Suge for about a week or two. And we left after shit. See, everybody think that Misa was fucking with Suge and around Suge before while Tupac was on death row. Even though I know Suge threw that out in the video and all of that, so that's why I believe y'all believe that. Suge and Misa relationship started before Tupac. It started before Tupac came to death row. Through Mary J. Blige. Misa was out here and took the son. We had went to New York for something. It was some type of show. It wasn't the Source Awards. She didn't come with us after the Source Awards. But it might have been. But it was a show that we did. Because I remember Suge left me in New York and he went back to L.A. And I was staying out there because he just did a quick turnaround to do some of his bullshit. Y'all ever get that story? I mean, that would be a good one. And David Kenner gave me some money to take to Misa because she lived out. She didn't live in the city. Like she was with her parents' house, and like I remember the car service took me out somewhere that was kind of far. It was a house that was like in like Lone Islands or somewhere like that. And I took and delivered her some money. And then right after that, she came out to California with us. And so Misa was out there kicking it, and Puffy mother kept calling up to the office, going crazy like, fuck Misa, we don't care, but please send my grandson home. Puffy's out here going crazy, talking about killing himself and shit. And going crazy. So, we was all laughing. Suge thought that was the biggest. Suge loved that. That was a big kick. And Suge was laughing about that and all of that. And so Misa finally, I guess, I'm sure if they were calling the office, I'm sure they were blowing her up. Or blowing up people like Mary J. and like that to get a hold to Misa. So Misa is the one that told us that, hey, Suge, not us, Suge, our man, nigga that she was fucking. I'm about to go back home. I'm gonna go back home. This nigga's tripping. He done cut and slit his wrists. He trying to kill himself. And I don't need that. And so I'm gonna go home. Now she probably was tired of Suge because Suge wasn't coming to the hotel wherever he had her laid up every night because Suge had shit. He had about 5 different women he had to please, and not counting the other hundreds that he had on the side. But he had 5 main chicks at that time. I remember going to Victoria's Secret with him before, and we stood up in Victoria's Secret and labeled for each one of the chicks all this different lingerie. And I was like, what? You buying all this shit? I was like, what? Why I'm separate? He bought them all the same lingerie. But that nigga was. But anyway, so my point is, So I'm sure she was kind of, feeling neglected a little bit because when women go into you, they love harder than we do. They usually go all the way in. And I think that was her excuse to go back home. Whether it happened or not, I don't know. But the story that Suge and I told that she said comes from Misa. Now I still believe that that's a cover up, but this is one of these stories again. I hope Suge Knight and Collette Call talks about, and he explained what Misa told him, and the reason why she had to go back home, and why that split wrist incident happened. But the way Gene explains it, over there on my boy Cam Capone show, shout out Cam Capone, that was a great interview. No Art the Dialogue gonna be pissed at you for running a interview with a person at the same time. But hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's called being a businessman, right? Telling him to be mad at Gene, not you.